Hey, this is Kurt the Boat Doctor. A little chilly. Sun's going to be coming out here in a little bit. Yeah, it's got to be a 22 foot. Still debating. Anyway, this was a bitch to set up, by the way. But anyway, I got everything set up here for you. Your Autopilot did a combos for you on this one. And this one down here. Got your data bar set. Got your compass calibrated. Got your remote calibrated. So basically, I already went through how you've got to get them motors. We are going to turn that reactor thing. You do need a splash guard for that motor, just a little bit to keep the spray down. The transducer does need to be moved down as low as you can towards the motor. And then I think I've already showed you the battery charger and the ECU and batteries. And that's how you plug in downriggers, nav lights. I'll turn on bilge pump works, wash down works. Then it shuts off like that, like it should. Okay. Then over here, like I say, you can just go home, and I can go through a lot of this. If you just want Autopilot, you just hit that one. You go home here, go back. You want your charts, you go fishing charts here. And I got your heading line set. Navigations here. You don't have Fishing 3DI unless you get the G2 vision card. So there's your GPS there. And then if you want to go home, then you go back into sonar, traditional. There's your magnifier I put up there for you. There you go. You can look, and there is a lot of bait out here, by the way. And some of these are fish actually that are coming. And then if it stops, you just hit this and regain it again. A scope's over here. That was a nice one right there. That could be a seal. Back. Let's go back. Go into side view. That's working. Clear view. I don't see nothing too interesting there yet. Yeah, and what are we in? 21 feet, so we're getting kind of shallow, so I'll go back. And again, you got combos right here on your fish finder as well. And then you got your other stuff over there. So what I'm going to do is just go home, go back into combos, and I'm going to hit on this one here. And actually, I don't even need that one. I could go to combos, and I could hit this one. It's the one I want. 198, 198. Okay. So now what we'll do, we're kind of getting shallow water. This could take a little bit here. So what I'm going to do is you got to leave this motor down, and you got to kind of make sure this thing ain't this way, because it's going to hit that until they move that. So I'm going to turn the motor down right there. Now when it's cold, you got to put this in gear and give it like 7 pumps. Bring it back, and then you got to pull that choke out. Then as it warms up, you push the choke in all the way in. And then once it's warm, then you take it, this little spot here in this indentation, and then just bring it down. Now I'm going to put it in reverse. I'm going to back up a little bit. There's the anchor lights working, so I can shut that off. Pretty cool little boat. Like I say, it took me a while to get these things to talk and the Autopilot to work. I kind of figured out what you did here. This is all right. Just so they move that, you'll be cool. I can still, if I move that over, I can stand up and still run my tiller. You just want to be careful you don't ram into that. So I'm just going to turn around here and head this way and then show you the Autopilot. And I'll get in a little bit deeper water. Now, say if it's kind of hard, especially with these open boats, if it's hard to keep at a slow speed, keep that front end in line on the Autopilot, you can always start up that other one there if you're just trolling. And you can just have that set on a heading hold as well, or just set it down and give it some power and steer it. You know, you can manually steer it to where you want to go, and that would help this boat keep straight if it was real windy. You just want to keep the power slowed down, maybe 3 miles an hour. Okay, so right here there's a couple ways you can do this. I'm going to bring this throttle down here. I normally will run it like this for a little bit up. Okay, when you hit this screen right here, on this one you have to hit here and you go Autopilot menu. Engage heading hold. Then I can hit this button right here and control the throttle right there. Now, there is Autopilot menu response time. So say this thing right here, you want to kind of keep it right there without it really fluctuating too much. It just depends on current. You can get into this response and set it to where it's going to be holding the course a little easier. And how you can tell basically is go back. Here you look at the heading and the heading. That's pretty good, it's holding that. Now if I want to go 10 degrees over, that would go to the left. This is going to the right. So typically 63 degrees. There you go. 61 degrees and kick that up. Then this is 1, 3. That's going to take me, so I know that's set. 62, 1 off. I can handle that. So to get the speed down, you can just go like this again. Then I can go right over here to menu. I can go to Autopilot menu. I can do pattern steer. I can do a circle, and I'll engage to the port. And I can set the time of the circle, 1 minute, 10 minutes. And now we're doing a circle. On any U-turns though, you want to slow it down a little bit. So when we get here, I'm going to put Autopilot menu again. And when we get over here, right here, engage heading hold. Now what I want to do is Autopilot again, pattern steer, do a U-turn, engage port. Now it's going to do a U-turn and flip me back that way. And this motor you can keep like this, and you can actually hit the friction lock to keep it straight. And then you can see it's working there too. So it's taking me back where I was. Now it's going to automatically put me on heading hold again. So I can hit Autopilot. I can do pattern steer again. I can do zigzags. Engage. And you can, how many degrees you want to go over and how long you want to make it go over on your zigzags. See, it's 1.5 and 30 degrees altitude. So now I'll show you another kind of cool thing. Now I'm going to go to Autopilot again, engage heading hold. Now I'm going to go 118, whoop. I'm going to go back over here. Now, I can go back home. I can go over to, charts. Let's go back. Let's go home. Let's go to combos. Let's go to this one. So this way I got 2 screens, right? Stop panning. See how I can, typically I can move that without losing it. But say I want to go back to where I was, right about here, right there. And I can hit navigate to and then hit auto guidance. It's going to draw me a path back where I just put it. It just loaded it, and it said there's a hazard area, which I knew. Start navigation, and you can get these numbers. And it says to engage Autopilot, engage it. And it's going to take me back to the course here. See how I can go like this and that stays the same? And that's my end point. See what it did? It drew me a path all the way around. So you don't have to waypoint, waypoint, waypoint. So I'm going to see how that does. Back, back, go home, go to combos, go to this one. And see right here, like I say, it's going to take me back. So if I want to get rid of all these, like marks right here and bypass it, then you can see how it's lining me up here, 8.9 feet, it's doing good, 8.7, 9, even 10's good. Yeah, see 10, anywhere in there you're fine. So it's going to take me right underneath that railroad bridge and out, and all the way up. So say I wanted to go ahead and say stop this or speed it up, I can just go like that. And then hit menu, I want autopilot menu. I can hit standby if I needed to, real quick. Boom. So if I want to stop navigating, I just have to hit this one here, and I can say time of arrival, recount, autopilot menu, and I can engage head autopilot again, or I can go back and follow route, right? So follow route, that's just going to take me right back to where I was going. Then I'm going to speed it up. So there you go on that one. Okay, so speed her down, get her down. Okay, stop navigating. And it's going to save autopilot. Yeah, we'll save that one. Okay, and then it's going to say, do you want autopilot in the heading hold, or you can put it to standby. So now I'm in standby, right? So now, if I want, I go over here and grab this one, and then I can just hit this button right over here. That turns on. And then I hit the menu button. There it says standby. I want to hit it right here, heading hold. And then I think 3 is follow route, if I remember right. You can set that on there too. Or you can go right back into here with this. Oh, I canceled that, I imagine, autopilot mode. Yeah, I did. But see, I can go back into here, go home, nav info. I can go to routes and auto guidance. I can go to that one. I can review new route, review, back, review. I want to navigate to, and it says engage, and there you go. So now it's going to engage it, and then I got it on here as well. So I can stop this. I stopped it. I can hit it again, and it will just go on heading hold. This one over here will go 10 degrees. You can see 352. If I go home over here, go to combos, go home again, combos, this one. See how it went 52? If I hit it again, we go to 42. If I want to go single, I can do that. Circles, U-turn, and then I think follow route is 1, 2, 3. Now, say I want to go over that way. Then this button right here, what you want to do is just go up in here and just point it and shoot. See? See that line? It's going to take me over there. So I can just point and shoot too. So then when I'm over here, oh, that's too far that way. I want to speed it up. I can actually hit these buttons here. See? And that speeds your motor up. Now I want to go over there. I can go like this. And you see, it's going to take me over that way without going 10, 10, 10, 10. Okay? So then if you want to put it on standby, you just go like this. And it kicks your motor down. It should. But I'm going to bring it down. Then then just put that on standby. Okay, and then on here to get rid of that, you just hit that screen there. Oh, hit menu, stop navigating. There you go. Home, combos, home, where was it? Combos. So I'm not going to use that autopilot now. So I could eliminate that, and I could just do this one. Okay, so that's that. Then all you do is turn it on. You just hold this button here, and that shuts that off. Okay, so now, let me see. Let's shut this off. Just hit this, put that out of gear, trim this up, but you got to make sure it's this way for now. Tilt this handle up. You got to fix that fuel line too. See how it's bent like that? Okay, so now let's say we want to run this here, okay? So then what you do is you want to make sure you undo this, push the power button up there, but you want to lift this, take this and bend this thing down like this. You don't want that thing up and this coming down and rubbing on it. It slows it down. Now, they thought they were going to pull a fast one on me. There's a reset button right there. They had it off, so I turned it on. That's one way you can shut your batteries off, is just do it that way. Make sure that's plugged in. You push that, which that turns green. Then what you need to do is come back here. You can swivel this around. So say you were up here running it. Okay, this is the important part. Okay, you hit this check mark right here. And then it says, okay, you hit the button. Now it's 2 times on this little button right here. 1, 2, and just wait. Don't get in a hurry, don't punch it again, give it a couple seconds. I already set the trim down, you can mess with that a little bit. Okay, so then to power it up, you just hit this button here. This here is speed, CL7. Then you can steer it. Just like that. Now it seems like at that, you've got a lot of thrust in that position there. So then you just go over, stay over where you want to go. You can hear the thrust coming out the back actually. So I want to navigate to right about there. Then I hit the and right here and you'll see navigate right here. And it's going to hold my course. You can see it turning. So now, if you want to stop that, you can go to anchor lock, this button right here. You'll see the little anchor right there. And you can look back here, the speed is 0. It was holding us right there. You can see it spinning, trying to find the best spot. So then we go back here, we kick back. You can hear that motor thrusting up. You can even see it back here. 0 right here. That means it's holding us there. So now you got a cruise control button here too for speed. So say I want to get off of that, I just hit the prop back on. Right there. Say, so I just want to keep it at 7. I can hit this button right here and it tells you right up here. So that will maintain that speed. Then I can just steer it manually if I want to. Okay, so then you just hit that. That gets it off the cruise control. If you forget to do that, I shut the motor off. But here's what's important: to bring that back up again. Remember, it was 2 clicks on this to get it down. It's 1 to bring it up. So just hit it once, and you'll see it coming up. And that brings it down. There you go. And you could have left that up. I don't think it's going to do anything. It's just if you have that down, that ram lower, and it has to hit it and drag, that's not good. And don't try to be under speed and pick this thing up. That's where you can do damage. So then to turn it off, you just hit the check mark, you hold it until it says shutting down, and you're good to go. Okay. So now that we got that, then we can come back up here. Then we can take this, lift up on that, go like